Vivarium is a new movie directed by Logan Finnegan, and this film stars Jesse Eisenberg and Imogen Poots. And this is the second time Imogen Poots and Jesse Eisenberg are working together. And the first film they worked together on was a film called The Art of Self-Defense. And this film is all about a family that is looking for the perfect home. They meet this strange realtor and he takes them on a tour in these newfound houses that's located in an obscure area, in this unknown area. And then after the tour, the family is basically trapped in this subdivision, which with no source of escape. And the only way for them to escape, they must raise this child that this strange place has left them. And we have a movie, Vivarium. Going into this film, I had some excitement, because it's a movie on VOD. It's a film I haven't heard before. Imogen Poots and Jesse Eisenberg are definitely going to bring it. And I want to tell you that going into this movie and after watching the film, I gotta say, is not your particular normal film. It's a film that asks you questions, and that right there can split the audience at times. And I will go into detail and to explain why. But the good things about this movie, that I gotta say that I was entertained from the performances of this movie. Like Imogen Poots and Jesse Eisenberg, they both delivered. Jesse Eisenberg was great in this movie, but I gotta tell you that the standout, the highlight in the entire movie was Imogen Poots. Like, her performance was spectacular. Like, the emotional beats, she was on point. She was able to show range with her character. I was emotionally invested with her character. Just even though the film, there isn't a lot of character development with these two characters, but most of the character development revolves around the dialogue that these characters are having with one another. As long as you pay attention to some of the dialogue and when these characters mention some things, that elevates a few character arcs for this contained film. But from the performance level, I have to say that their performances made me feel for these characters for a certain way, despite the film not having lots of character development. This film, the film basically takes place in one location. It takes place in this weird, obscure area where these characters don't know where they're in. It's basically a labyrinth. If they try to leave the exit, they head right back to the entrance. I'll show you. And I gotta say, I did like some of the concepts and morals it was trying to give hints to. Basically, they're this family that's trying to find this perfect home. They want to raise a family, and then the dynamic of them trying to escape, and they raise this child. And this child that they raise is basically like a demon, or pretty much like a monster of some sort, because this kid, when he talks, it's a different voice.
I want you to give me a nice cold beverage with a soda else on the side. Make sure that you put the right mouth milk inside the bowl, and make sure that my teddy bear is nice and tucked in. And do all this by approximately 4 p.m. at night. Every single night if you want to live and escape this labyrinth.
When this kid talks, you don't hear a kid talk. You hear a grown-ass man talk from a 5-year-old boy. And then this kid grows up super fast. In one scene, you have the kid just, eating cereal, and then the very next day, you got a grown-ass man at your dinner table asking when rent's due. I'm like, okay, okay. So this film does have some creepy imagery, and this film does have some psychological moments where the audience can be like, what the F am I watching? And that leads into some of the particular flaws with this film. Yes, I did like the performances. I did like the dystopian feel, the atmosphere. I did love the atmosphere. I did like the tone of the film. The film is a slow burn, because the film focused more on breaking down the psyche of the characters, because the characters are located in one area and they're trying to find a way to escape, and then they're losing their sanity because they're raising this child who has demonic tendencies. So I would say the best way to describe this film, it feels like an extended episode or like a deleted episode from the Twilight series. And it also feels like it could be like a extension of Poltergeist in a way, the classic Poltergeist movie. that is. The main thing that blocked this film down was its execution on this plight of the film when it was trying to focus on the concepts and morals. Like the film, like when you're watching this film gives out a few ideas and hints and layers of what the film was trying to go for, what the plight is. But while you're watching, the film doesn't deliver. So basically, it's like you're watching a movie just to watch it with no particular purpose as of that's in hand. This realtor that these characters meet in the beginning of the film, they're supposed to, you might think there will be a reason why this realtor is taking this family to this location. Maybe they're trying to make this family learn more about themselves, learn something. And there are some hints like scattered throughout this plot, but when the pieces come together, where are the pieces? You have a puzzle with holes. And that's basically what the film is. A good looking puzzle, but a few missing pieces. So therefore you don't have a full picture of what the film was trying to present. And that probably was the main thing with this movie. Like the film lacked execution when it came to this plot. You'll give some groundbreaking performances. You'll get some emotional performances. The film does have some creepy imagery, and it's a psychological, and this film's more like a psychological thriller, not particularly a horror film, but I still enjoyed this film for what it is. So I'm going to have to give Vivarium a Michael Keaton Batman. You can watch this movie on VOD and be entertained. This movie is a little bit of slow burn. It's a little bit boring. It takes place in one location, but if you're looking for a film that kind of breaks new ground, takes risks, then I guess this film's for you. If you just love film in general, definitely check this film out. So that's my review of Vivarium. Have you seen Vivarium? Comment below and let's talk about it. And I'll see you guys in my next review. Stay safe and stay clean. You have been warned. Till then, ciao.